Hi, my name is Lory Henderson. I am a recent graduate of the University of New Mexico and the IMSD program. I got my degrees in biology and psychology, and I will be pursuing a PhD at Harvard University. I entered the IMSD program 2 years ago. IMSD is a pre-PhD program. It gives students the opportunity to work in labs and pursue their own research interests. But the most important thing about IMSD for me was developing relationships with my mentors. I was able to develop really strong working relationships with my mentors, which are good for letters of recommendation and having people on campus that really have your back and can help you get into certain classes or with even personal issues that you may have. So if I could go back into time 2 years ago and give myself some advice, it would be to slow down and relax and enjoy my time at UNM and not be in such a hurry to graduate. I know when you come into college, you think I have to get it done in 4 years and get my degree and move on, but it's okay. 5 is the new 4. And so just take your time and really get into the science or whatever it is that you decide you want to get a degree in. Just take your time and really enjoy being in college. If I had to give advice to the incoming class, my advice would be to relax. I'm sure when you come in here, you will feel intimidated by Maggie and Paul and the other students that are in the class, but it's okay. We all experience this. It's called the imposter syndrome, where you feel like you don't necessarily belong in the situation that you're in, and that soon enough someone will figure out that you don't belong. But it's okay because you do belong here and you will do well in this program if you just embrace the fact that you're here and that you have something to bring to IMSD, as well as there's things that you can take away from this program. My other bit of advice would be to listen to what Maggie says. It might not always be something that you want to hear or you think you need to hear, but at the end of the day, you'll be a better person for listening to her and taking her advice. And she really is a great asset to have, and she will always have your back and always be in your corner. The last piece of advice I would give is to get to know the fellow IMSD students. They are all very different. We come from very different backgrounds and walks of life. And it's one thing that I wish I had done when I was a student is to get to know my fellow IMSDers a little bit more. So the low point in my college experience was probably when, not probably, the low point in my college experience was when my parents got divorced. So we've always been a very close-knit family, like just the 4 of us, traveling around the world because my dad was in the military. And for my parents to sort of break up our family was like the worst thing that I could imagine. And so it started to affect everything, my academic life, my research life, relationships with my friends. And one day I was feeling extremely low, so I went in to Lupe's office, and her and Maggie were sitting in there, and the minute I walked in, I just started bawling, like uncontrollably, tears, snot, everything. And for them to just embrace me and let me cry it out and then talk about what was going on in my life was just one of the most rewarding experiences, to realize that there were people outside of my family that cared enough about me to allow me to do that and to want to help me get through the situation. It's just a testament of what this program is really about. At that point, they were complete strangers to me. And for a stranger to just come into my life and say, here, I want to help you. I care about you and I want you to succeed. That was like the best thing that could happen at that point. So I was, making bad grades and everything. And Maggie helped, talk to professors and to allow me to drop classes and retake them the next semester. And then I did well in them the following semester. But just for, Maggie and Lupe to pull together and help me through my lowest point at UNM was an experience that I wouldn't change for the world. So the high point of my entire college experience was getting accepted into grad school. When I first entered college, I thought that I would go to med school. I had blinders on to anything that college had to offer except for, getting my degree in biology, minoring in chemistry, and going to med school. But luckily for me, the IMSD program sort of scooped me up from all of that. And, after being in the program, I realized that I really liked research and that med school wasn't the only way that I could, make a difference or do something positive in the science field. So I, started working in different labs. I currently work in a micro lab, which I realized that I love bacteria. So I applied to micro programs around the country, and I got accepted at Harvard University. So that was the high point.